Adding some fresh basil. Just, oh gosh, look at how pretty this basil was at the store today. Go ahead and I'm going to tear all the stems off. And just kind of make it look kind of pretty. You're going to be covering this whole thing up, so don't worry if it's a little bit messier. You can actually have people help you with this part. And if you don't have access to fresh basil, you can totally use dry basil. If you can, try to find the fresh stuff. It's really good. Okay. That smells so good because like fresh basil has this like super amazing smell that I love. And I'm taking some more of the baby pieces, the baby leaves, and putting those on there. Okay, so now that we have that done, then we're going to add a few red onions, not a whole lot. They don't need to be red onions, they can be sweet or white onions as well. I'm just using red here because it just looks so pretty. And then we're going to set this aside for a second and we're going to make our topping, which is half a bag of, it could just be regular cheddar. I found this triple cheddar cheese that sounded like fun. So half a bag of that. So that's about a cup because these bags are like 2 bag cups, 2 cup bags, right? And then I've got a bag of mozzarella cheese. Doing it shredded like this makes it super easy to use. And then we've got mayo. We're going to be doing a healthy portion of this mayo. I would say probably about a cup of mayo works best here. I'm going to add some salt and pepper. I didn't season the tomatoes, so this is where you would add your salt. And I like a lot of pepper in my tomato pie. And then we just kind of mix this all together. And that becomes the topping for our tomato pie. Now, the traditional tomato pie uses just regular red tomatoes, but I don't know. Those heirloom tomatoes look really good when I see them at the store. They're not there all the time, but occasionally. Okay, and that was really easy to put together. I'm gonna bring our pie back. And we're actually going to be putting this right on top, like that. I know, it's a lot of cheesy mayo, but this is what traditional American dishes are. It's a lot of cheese, a lot of mayo, and then you put vegetables underneath it, and you bake it in a crust, and the whole thing becomes this really tasty pie that is actually super sliceable. You could take it to picnics, turn it around and get this side too. So like instead of using like a second pie crust, you're just using this cheese and mayo mixture, but you want to make sure that it's all sealed in. You want to seal in all those tomatoes. And errant basil running away. So I'm going to take that out just so it looks more presentable when I bring it out. There's a couple onions there too, but I think we can cover that up. And then this is going to go in a 350-degree oven for about 20 to 25 minutes. It's going to look so good, and then you have to let it cool before you slice into it. We'll be right back. Oh, look at that. It's cooked. It's all nice and brown. Didn't spill, which is so nice. Okay, so let's go ahead and cut into it. I haven't had tomato pie in so long, so this is gonna be like super nostalgic for me. Let's go ahead and see what it's like on the inside. Ooh, I see the tomatoes. Look at that. And yeah, I know it's a little watery, but because the tomatoes were super, super juicy. So go ahead and give this, oh, look at that, looks so good. Get some of that crust and the tomato. Mmm. Oh my God. It's nothing like baked tomatoes. So good. Okay, I want to get some with the cheese and the mayo on the top. Hot, hot, so hot. But so good. My God, those tomatoes. The tomatoes are what's hot, but the cheese on top, and then the pie crust and all that. It's like the perfect summer pie, right? So good. I'm gonna finish the rest of this later. And we're gonna go ahead and donate the rest of this to a local charity. And like I said, it's gonna be a little watery because those tomatoes were super, super juicy. But you know, once you cut your first one out, you can probably just drain this off and then the rest of the pie will be good to go. There's nothing inside other than the tomatoes, so there's nothing to really absorb those juices. So yeah, that's gonna happen. I hope you try this at home. It's such a Southern staple. And yeah, I hope you make this part of your routine set of like savory pies to make. Great for brunch, great for lunch, great for picnics. Yeah,